I'm transitioning. So,
Wow. Oh,
it
I
does
am
not look good.
frozen. It does not. Holy, I am just frozen.
Oh
I look
no.
fucking doofy. What is happening?
Can we
Oh
fix
no.
it? Is it ever
What is
fixable?
happening?
Oh, okay. Well, it
Nope.
works.
Oh, there we go. Nope.
No.
Yes.
Nope.
Nope.
Maybe. We're just gonna toggle back and forth all day.
Caroline,
Is
are you
it?
streaming from your laptop?
I shrunk. And now I'm frozen
This
again.
is no,
I
this is my
sure.
iPad.
Oh, that's what I'm using my iPad too. So yeah,
Oh, technical
my
difficulty.
iPad and my
All day
Dude.
long.
my AirPods. Yeah.
Man, I'm like,
And then
let's
I
just
have
go to
yes, what we will.
Discord.
And then I have my other iPad right here, which I'm going to be using as
All
my
right.
cheat notes to to do
This
my
is where you
research
should
as
get
I'm
the
speaking about the
NDI.
topics.
Just read the article.
I'm going to read the article and I'm going to tell you exactly what it says.
All right.
I am missing my own stream to come here for a few.
Yeah. So we do have a partner in chat. Sleepless
Oh.
Elite. He is here visiting us, saying hi. Even with all our technical difficulties we're having. So,
What's up?
Uh-oh.
man, this worked fine yesterday, and then
It really
today
did. I don't.
just.
I'm going to tell you why it's not working right now. Because my black ass is on here
Oh my
when I should
god.
be asleep.
Oh no.
Let's see. I don't know. I don't think it's anything on my network, but I'll close everything else. It's.
I
Why is
I just
Skype
kicked the
open
kids off the
twice?
computer.
Yeah. Kick
Okay.
them off.
Mm-hmm.
Did Tesla drop their second quarter earnings report?
I have something about Tesla, but I was gonna save it for when
Yeah,
when we
you can
get
say
to that.
that.
Yeah.
I'm curious. I just got a text from Xavier saying that the 10 minutes later the stocks are down 10%.
Oh
He just
no.
sent that just now.
That is not because of their earnings. That is for something totally different.
Okay,
That,
Yeah.
yeah. We can chat about.
all right. And then I got a text from someone else that told me that Elon Musk needs a mask to keep his mouth shut.
Yep, that's exactly why.
I don't know what's going on with Elon.
I don't. You know what? He's a big kid with a lot of money, and he
Yeah.
just needs to calm the hell down.
Truth.
So,
All right.
but that's all
Y'all are still
podcastable.
frozen.
So I guess we wait for that. For Gary to get ready for us.
Yeah. Okay, so. Get out
All
of
right.
the
So
way,
let's do
Skype.
this. 1, 2, 3. Everybody just smile. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ian's video's gone.
Nailed it. Perfect.
Oh no. Well, there goes that.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh no.
Gary, where are you streaming this?
So I have a streaming PC, and so it's using NDI streaming across, right? But it's the NDI feed from Skype is glitching out. Like the Skype app is just like, I don't know. It doesn't know what to do.
Come here, Lily. Get out of here, dude.
And it worked fine yesterday. Like we tested it.
Man.
We sat here for what, like 30 minutes, 30, 45
Close the door.
minutes. And
Yeah,
it worked
you and
fine.
I were on here for like an hour almost, just chatting on here.
Yeah.
It was fine.
Yep. And it worked fine. And then right now it just said,
Screw you. We're not doing this.
Nice.
That's what it told you. I'm not doing this.
and I feel
So,
like I have a lot of reverb somewhere. So I'm trying to figure that out too.
It's not too bad.
I just don't know if there's reverb on the stream. Do you guys hear
Do you want
reverb
me
on
to
the stream?
just,
Anybody watching?
let me hang up and call back in and see if that brings my camera. I don't even see. So Caroline looks frozen.
Yeah,
I
she
don't even
is.
see myself.
Everyone, and she was like smiling when we froze, but then it just went a little bit more right when she moved.
That's super unfortunate.
So
I
it's
really
weird
wanted to
if
show
I
off this
click
fucking
into a
awesome
chat
white
and then
Russian.
I come back to the meet, it works.
It works. Right.
So what if we don't do a meet now call and we just do a regular call?
Yeah.
Let's try that. I'll be right back, guys. Don't
That'd
go
be dope.
nowhere. We'll be right back. Don't leave.
Working on it.
I'll be right back. Hey, Caroline,
Yes.
give you $20 for those Clorox wipes behind you.
All right.
Ooh.
It looks like we are okay for a second.
Oh, I froze.
I love that look though. That's a good one.
Yeah,
Just
there's
leave
not
it.
too many Clorox wipes left. I've just been using them to clean up all this
God,
puppy shit.
Seriously, right? Seriously.
All right, so maybe let me do
It
this.
looks
Poor
like my
puppy.
camera went on while I was in the middle of, you know, doing something not safe for work.
Is the puppy losing his shit because he sees the cat?
So I think
The
everybody's
cat
froze.
is establishing
No.
dominance.
Yeah, a little bit.
This is my house, bitch.
Holy shit.
All right, for 3 people on Skype through India, it says you need 30 M
That's
down
awesome.
and 6 up per person, plus the 10 meg from the NDI.
So that's 230 or 250.
I mean, I have a gig network.
Yeah,
That's
so
what they tell us.
Yeah, but
Doesn't mean that that's true.
Comcast.
They lie.
Dude, did you see my data speeds a couple days ago?
Yeah,
I was so angry.
dude, I think mine was like yesterday. It was like 700 kilobytes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fire.
What the hell?
Yeah,
From
Yeah.
Comcast?
yeah.
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 That'll
Yep.
happen. 'Cause Comcast is trash.
Yep. What do you have, Ian?
I've got AT&T, which is also not great, but I've got their gigabit
There we go.
internet as well. And I'm lucky to see gigabit. I'm never the fastest I've seen it was like 800 megs,
Yeah.
but my computer is usually
Kinda
somewhere around
works.
300.
Kind of doesn't.
I think
Uh,
we
I'll
have
take that.
AT&T Fiber.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yours
so
is
I've got
probably
the fiber as
smoking,
well.
huh?
Yeah. And you're supposed to see, like, because it's on fiber, it's supposed to be, you know, full on at like almost gigabit. Like you should be
Yeah.
seeing 980,
Right.
but nope, I don't ever see that.
So, Caroline, I'm sure you're not having any issues, are you?
It's weird because every time I run a speed test, there's super high numbers, but then I feel like everything's really slow and
Right.
not good.
Oh,
I'm sure
it's-
there's an app for that. Right,
Don't,
Gary?
don't jinx it. It
It's not
started
touching
working.
anything.
Uh-oh.
It's
Must all be working.
It is.
Oh,
Don't jinx. Don't
tiny.
even move. Don't
Yeah.
blink.
I was gonna say, who's frozen?
Might as well
No,
just
now
be
you're gonna
frozen.
touch that. You're gonna mess it up.
Who's frozen
I'm like
right
not
now?
quite in
Hold
my
on.
box, and I'm a little bit smaller than I should be.
All right. Let's see.
Did that work?
Think so?
I don't know. Oh man, Comcast heard us. They heard us talking about them.
Let's keep talking shit. Maybe they'll speed it up.
Um,
I'm almost out of my
I would
whiskey.
talk
Come
shit
on.
about Comcast on my podcast all the time.
the worst part though is, oh shit.
Am I out of alcohol?
Yeah, look at this thing.
That's the
There we
worst
go.
part of it.
This is gone, man.
I'm a little low.
I'm out.
I'm
none.
not drinking.
We need a
Trust
bigger
me.
cup.
If I drink, you'll
Um,
know. You'll just have like all kinds of weird stuff popping up because my head will hit the keyboard.
all right, so I
I'll
got
be
my glasses on this time so I can read.
Perfect.
All right.
Is that how you read?
This is how I read. Like this.
Like
I
an
think
old
I can
man.
read that
Right.
shit.
Pulling down. Look over.
We were getting text messages blown up. All right, where is my list? Since I can't touch my computer, I'm not gonna touch it because it's working.
Right.
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 True that.
Right. Even though Mark is messed up.
Don't touch it.
Hold on.
Oh, yeah? Again?
I'm a little messed up. It looks
Story
like
of my
I think I
life.
froze again.
Oh God.
Oh, did you? Damn it.
Yep.
So is this going live on Twitch or YouTube or where is this?
Oh, we're live on Twitch right now.
Yeah, it's live.
There we
We're
go.
live.
We're
Oh.
live.
Nope. Okay.
Aha!
All right. I think that worked.
He said, huzzah!
And it worked.
Huzzah! Alright, I'm gonna move this thing since I'm not actually using it.
Get rid of it. Just chunk
Eat it.
it. All right. Where's my list?
All right.
So, welcome everybody to episode number 2. The first episode was just like, hey, let's start together. So,
Ended up being 2 hours long.
yeah, it was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Today's segments are going to be science. We're going to talk about a little bit about COVID-19 and what's going on with that. The space segment, we're going to talk about SpaceX and the Falcon 9 static test, and Hubble turns 30. And then in the game segment, we're going to talk about some cheating, Destiny cheaters, COD cheaters, and then any thoughts on Guardian games and some updates from No Man's Sky. I know it's a lot. We're going to try and cut it short. So honestly, some of this we're just going to like jump through since we've already wasted 30 minutes just trying to get this
Set up
working,
everything. Yeah.
right? So
Straight
I
up.
don't want to take everyone's time and be like 2-hour long podcast.
Unless you guys want to stick around for 2 hours. I mean, I
Yeah,
have nothing
I
else
mean-
to do.
We'll cover all the segments. You guys want to hang out? We'll hang out. I do have. We're trying to get everything set up. So if you guys haven't followed us on Twitch, please give us a follow. Follow us on our social medias as well. We'd like to thank all our guests. So we have the Real Huzzah, Ian, and then in your screen he's going to be on the bottom left. So and then we have Mark on the bottom right, and then we have, do you want me to call you by your real name, or do you want me to call you Panda Belly?
Well, let's do Panda Belly.
Panda
Panda
Belly.
Belly.
So you
Panda
can find her
Belly,
on
I'm good with that.
on Twitch. She's a Twitch streamer. Panda Belly 225. The Real Huzzah, Ian, is a Twitch streamer as well. You guys go give them a follow as well. I'll drop their links in chat and stuff later. They're also on my Twitter at Tuner's Edge. And sitting next to me is my lovely wife, Scooby Snacks. So, Tammy.
You're not supposed to give my real name.
Everyone knows.
You fool. You've already failed.
Everybody
Oh.
knows.
Jeez.
So, all right, 1 second. Let me let some people know that we're live. Even though you guys are all here, you guys are great. Let me jump into this segment. So our first segment is the COVID-19, and are you concerned about your pets getting COVID from you or anyone else, or is it the other way around? Are you concerned about your pets giving it to you? Tammy, as you guys know, Scooby Snacks, as you guys know, is a vet tech. She's licensed, certified, so she's our expert in this field.
Sweet.
From what I understand, you can't, right? Like, there's really no way.
There hasn't been anything to prove that people can get it from their pets. Now, the thing with COVID-19 is it is zoonotic, meaning it can cross species. So there is that concern that if you have COVID-19 and you're at home, that you should isolate yourself from your pets, just in case it is potentially going to cross over. We don't really know what the virus is going to do, or how the structure changes, how it mutates. It does get smarter as it passes from host to host. Believe it or not, viruses are very intelligent. They can change, they mutate, they become more resistant. That's how they become zoonotic. Originally, coronavirus was only seen in animals, and now it's passing over to people, which makes it scary.
So COVID-19 is an airborne pathogen, correct?
They are saying that it is airborne.
So
But-
why wouldn't it be possible for an animal to pass it on to a human? To
It
me,
is. For you, what was that?
it would be possible. I mean, it could go either way. I mean, animals breathe the same air we breathe.
Right. Right. It is a
So-
concern with it possibly. Well, they're saying that this strand of virus has to go directly into the respiratory system. So the cough or the sneeze, the saliva has to get somewhere on your body and infect your respiratory system. Originally, it started with an animal with its respiratory system structure passing it to another one.
Right.
So I have a question for you real quick, and I've thought about this a couple of times as we take, I have a dog and we take her out into public, and if somebody was infected and pet my dog, I know the virus can survive on different surfaces for a long period of time, so is it possible that the virus can survive on their fur, and then we get it from the virus being in their fur after we've loved on our dog after somebody else who's maybe given them a scratch and maybe was
There,
infected?
there haven't been any cases yet of that actually happening. I don't think it's not possible, especially if
Okay.
there's some type of saliva on that person's hands. The virus is on their hands. It gets on the dog fur. It could manage to stay on there, and then you could get it. That's why they're
That's
telling
it.
people to be very cautious when they go to dog parks. Don't touch anybody else's animal. Don't let anybody touch your animal, because they haven't seen it yet, so they just want to be cautious about it.
Right.
Yep.
It
We
makes
don't really
sense that
understand
that's-
it yet, so.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
So
Animals
that's-
are out of the herd. Let's just get rid of all of them.
I like that we say that while I'm blatantly ignoring social distancing with this one.
Yeah, that one's kind of cute.
That's a little cutie.
Yeah, it's a little cute.
But what the hell? But seriously, so what about a vaccination? I mean, has there been any research? Has there been any like campaigns for just raising money to get research going for some type of vaccination?
I haven't heard of any yet within the veterinary world. I know that probably something going on in the works right now and kind of in the background. They're not really announcing it yet. But as far as for people, have you heard any news about anything? I mean, I know they're doing tests on antibodies.
So there's like, from what I understood, there was like almost 200 vaccines in clinical trials.
So we are in
Okay.
clinical.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them in clinical trials. Nothing's been like confirmed as working and good to go yet.
So what are they? Who are they using for a test group?
I don't know.
I know the
I think
UK
it's
was
just-
doing something where they were paying people a lot of money actually to be voluntarily infected with a less, so not COVID-19, or well, it was COVID-19, but a strain that wasn't as potentially deadly, I guess.
Yeah,
or as
sign
Yeah.
me up.
Right. Do you
So,
want to die
I mean,
today?
like, it was like $40,000 if I'm remembering correctly, like
Wow.
to be voluntarily infected with a strain that potentially would not kill you.
Not worth it.
So
So,
is that what your life's worth today?
right,
$40,000?
exactly. I know they were doing that in the UK and they were trying to find people.
Wow.
I saw something recently where they're using Tom Hanks's blood because he was confirmed with.
They should have
Yeah.
used Chuck Norris instead.
They were right. They were using his blood because he had
Oh my
antibodies.
He's got antibodies for everything.
Yep.
Right? I mean, why don't we just get him to roundhouse kick the virus?
know.
Right?
There you go.
Be
That's what
gone.
I'm talking about.
I mean, that's the only
We'll
reason
knock
there's
that
no
sucker right
cure for
out.
cancer, right?
Right.
Because Chuck
So
Norris doesn't
there
bleed.
was some indication that one country, and I don't want to misquote, I'm not exactly sure which country, but they did very little. There was no lockdown. And for some amazing reason, the outcome was good.
Switzerland.
Oh, okay, Switzerland.
Was it Switzerland?
Exactly.
Switzerland.
Yeah, they didn't do a lockdown. And
Yep.
they ended up having better results than most countries that did lockdown.
Yeah, it's pretty
which
wild.
is- yeah, so how is that explainable? I mean,
Maybe
How
the
can-
climate.
I think
The
I'm thinking
climate, the
it's
health,
more of
the health of people there.
the healthier the people.
or maybe they shot everyone that test positive.
Well, that's a possibility.
That was a different country.
Put them down.
They killed
Free
them all.
test for
They
everyone.
got
Anyone positive?
Zero
Won't walk
positive
out of here
results.
today.
yeah. Zero positive results.
That's right.
Cool. Yeah, I mean it's rough. We just gotta move on and just stay safe. Keep washing your hands, which is the safest thing you can do, right? Practice social distancing.
Yeah, back up when you're at the grocery store because that's
I don't
not
want to stand
appreciated.
next to you if I don't know you.
Okay, so that brings up another point. What about those that feel that COVID-19 is just a big overblown situation. And they have no problems running right up to you in a grocery store, any public place. And I want to say about a month ago, I think I was talking to Gary about this. There was a lady in New York City, an elderly lady, who was knocked down because she was violating the social distance space. When she was pushed down, she hit her head, and she ended up in the hospital, and she died. Now, I mean, how serious is it when, those who are very concerned about social distancing and keeping their health up, and versus those who either don't know enough about it to really adhere to what's going on, or just don't care.
Right.
What do we do about situations like that? And that's going to be the challenge for most of us. I just don't think that most people are taking it serious. Most people feel that, hey, it's not me. I don't have COVID-19. Well, how the hell do you know?
Yeah.
So it makes for a very awkward situation for most people.
Yeah, we actually know someone that was jokingly on social media, oh, everything's getting blown out of proportion and this isn't that serious. Well, come to find out that person now has COVID-19.
Wow.
So all that shit talking didn't get him anywhere.
Well, that
Yeah.
reminds me of the leader of the quarantine protests in North Carolina was diagnosed with COVID-19 as
Wow.
well. So he went out, protested, and then caught the virus. So
Yeah.
that just
Yeah.
says a lot. But on what you were saying, Mark, was about the lady getting pushed down because she wasn't respecting distance. I mean, like, look, if you don't think it's real and you want to just do whatever you want, fine. Go, just stay away from me. If you start encroaching on my space, there's a
Right.
problem. And there's a quote. There's a quote, and it's kind of like nobody's really sure who said it, and there's a couple different variations, but basically the quote is, "The right to swing my fist ends where the other man's nose begins." And so if you're walking into my space, you're encroaching on my rights, right? So like,
Right.
I have the right to life, liberty, and happiness just as you. So like, my life is important to me. I don't want to get sick. Stay away from me. 7 feet back, or we're gonna have a problem.
Right.
And I totally get that. The problem I had with that situation was, and giving her the benefit of the doubt, she was like a middle age, middle 80s, and she may not have understood. She may not have understood the severity of COVID-19 and what the ramifications are. Who knows? I mean, or she possibly didn't care.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But the fact of the matter is, I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt to say that she had no idea that, what the severity of the situation is. And I mean,
Right.
she's almost 100 years old. I mean, come on. I hate to say it, she's out the door anyway.
Yeah.
Dang.
You'd hate to say
What the
that,
hell?
but
Oh.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but it
it's-
definitely is hard, right? Because some people, even though they know about it, they're still kind of just like blatantly ignoring everything.
Yeah.
Like my best friend, she was telling me about how next weekend she wanted to plan an outdoor climbing trip with her boyfriend, which, like, great. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, I rock climb.
Oh, yeah. Go,
And, like,
sister.
I'm really happy for her to be like outdoors and doing physical activity, but there's been a really big push in the climbing community, like telling people to not engage in that, because now you're going to other towns and you're just spreading it to other places. Even if you like don't think you have it, you might.
Right.
True.
And that's one thing that we've learned from like South Korea, where they've tested everybody, is that people under 30 are in most cases asymptomatic carriers. So you might be totally fine, but you might also be spreading the virus. So like, it's better to just stay at home, and for the sake of other people. Like,
Right.
if you might get bored, sorry, play video games or something. Like, find something to
Start
occupy
a
your time.
podcast.
Dude, start a podcast. Honestly, I'm probably driving my girlfriend nuts because I can sit up here in my office at my computer all day and have no problem with it.
It's like, do whatever you do, just keep your infected ass away from me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, you go ahead, Ian.
Oh, what I was gonna say is, like, what I found was really nice is that but when it first started going off, me and my best friend, we basically, after the not stay at home order, but after we were both furloughed, we just started working out together every day. His girlfriend comes over, and then me and my girlfriend go out into the garage and we all work out together, and we've been doing that just about every day. But they're like the only people we're seeing. So
Right.
we've basically
Yeah.
quarantined with this other couple, and it kind of
Right.
gives us something to do every day. And I think that has been really helpful in keeping us, healthy and entertained at the same time. Because then we have
Right.
people that we can interact with, get that kind of social interaction that people need.
Good times, man.
Oh man.
Did we lose him?
We lost
I'm
Ian's
gone.
video completely.
Yep. Off the screen.
And everybody froze. So here we go with Skype again.
Gotta love Skype.
I'm gonna blame Comcast again.
Just write a nasty email, Comcast.
Yeah, see how much speed that gets you.
Yeah.
No,
He's gonna knock us down.
Right. You're like, oh, that's that Gary guy again. Let's throttle his ass back.
That's probably what it is. You're always gaming,
Yeah.
you know?
From my experience with Comcast, you complain and they'll give you a month or 6 months of HBO for free. So
Yeah.
they're like,
What's that
sorry,
number
screwed
again?"
up. Here's some HBO. Go watch Game of Thrones or whatever you feel like watching.
What's that number? I don't file my complaint.
I know, man. It's crazy.
Right.
All right. We good? Oh, Ian's still gone, but
I'm still
Caroline and Mark are back.
Yay.
Trade one for the other.
Right as I said it. Look.
Oh, froze
And
again.
froze.
Awesome. And Ian's back now.
Xavier's in chat. What's up, Xavier?
Hey, Xavier.
Xavier.
All right. If you guys have not, please drop us a follow. We're going to try and get this channel to affiliate status. Maybe it'll help us with all these network issues we're having.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope, still gone. Here, I'll try to leave the call and rejoin. Maybe that might help.
Okay. We are streaming in 1080. We should have streamed in 720.
Yeah, that probably would help.
Yeah, you can try it.
Look, it would help Comcast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Ian's
and
back.
you're back.
Perfect.
Drum roll. Is it working?
Everybody froze.
You're working.
Nice.
Everyone else is
Killed it.
frozen.
Good job. Hey, I am working.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be
You're
one of those
working.
days.
Look at that.
Everyone else is gone.
Wait, what's the name of the channel? This isn't Tuner's Edge?
No, it's Drinks with the Martins. It was the one. If you look at my Discord, I announced it to you.
Gotcha.
So
You gotta get a refill.
we don't have Streamlabs or nothing in this chat.
My refill's behind you.
We 100% didn't set this up all the way. What? Oh,
The bottle.
oh. She got the Irish whiskey sitting behind
The
us.
whole bottle.
I got the
whole
whole
that,
bottle back there.
Tillamore Dew back there?
Yes, it is.
Nice. That used to be
My refill is
one
the
of my
bottle.
go-tos because it was cheap
Thank you very much.
and delicious.
It's very good.
I was-
Irish whiskey.
Oh man, I've been rocking the Moscow Mule, and
That's usually my go-to is a Moscow Mule.
I love those things.
Doing a private barrel selection of Russell's Reserve.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
nice.
Bourbon. Very tasty. 110 proof.
Oh yeah, it's a little more
Sounds
than
yummy.
tasty. If I had a gas tank, I'd pour it in there.
There you go.
All right, so I think
Probably
I
run
got
your car.
Caroline back.
Okay.
Um,
I'm trying
All
not
right.
to move this mouse, but the whiskey won't fit.
oh, I could smell that whiskey. Woo.
Well, it's strong, yeah. It's straight, so
Ooh. I'll go
Ooh,
get some
she doing
tequila.
great.
I don't
Tequila.
water it down.
I want some of that whiskey Caroline's drinking now. That's the kind of whiskey I need.
This is the only whiskey I drink.
There you
Aquafina.
go.
The
That's what I
H2O.
need right there.
Man, I know Ian's always knocking down whiskey on the stream.
Oh yeah.
Always. What's I gonna
That's how
do?
you get some of the best conversations.
That's
It's
right.
true.
Are we
Alright.
still down?
We're good.
We're live.
Nice.
I was gonna grab some water. Sorry.
I'll
Go
go
grab
for
some.
it.
Go grab some.
Okay, cool.
You're still frozen. Everyone else is good. They'll still think you're here.
Okay, dude, it's easy.
I know.
Cognac, huh? Cognac.
Cognac, dude. Cognac's the way.
I'm jealous of Caroline's water. I have to go get some.
So we're done with the COVID, with the Rona.
The Rona.
You
Yeah.
should have had the
Yeah,
Cardi
so-
B soundbite.
Oh,
Man.
I love that.
Coronavirus.
The SoundCloud. That's the one.
It's getting real. It's getting real.
Here, let me see. Will it come across on stream? I hope it will.
I don't know. That'd be really cool if it
sorry.
did. Sure don't want anything?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I want some coffee.
I can go get you some
Alright,
coffee.
it's right here. I found it. I don't know if it's gonna come across.
Probably won't.
Dun, dun.
So what's the? Does anybody know what the deal is with COVID-19 and why everyone is not afforded a test? Why are we not able to just test just to know?
Right. That's
So
my question.
so
I
you
was wondering
can-
why we. I mean, but
You could, but you can go get tested for the what's it called?
the antibodies.
Yeah, this one. Um, you can go get tested for the antibodies to find out if you have it or not. So I know a lot of my friends have gone and gotten tested, and to see if they have it or not. So yeah,
But how much does the test
Mark's
cost?
chilling.
I have no idea.
No
I don't know.
idea. I know that for a while there, like the treatment was the same. It was basically they'd put you on the same treatment no matter what, and they were only testing severe cases. But you know, there was that number thrown around like 80% are mild cases, but that 80% also included people that had pneumonia from the coronavirus, from COVID-19. So that's a big issue. Like I have a friend who lives up in Midland. He was traveling before the stay-at-home order because that's what he does for work, and he traveled through Houston and Dallas, got home, got pneumonia, had all of the symptoms that were consistent with COVID-19,
Wow.
went to the doctor, and they wouldn't test him because he didn't ask every Tom, Dick, and Harry in the airport if they had been to a hotspot or had the disease. So they
That's
refused
ridiculous.
testing. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that sucks.
So he's like, he is, 99.9% sure that he had, that he was infected with COVID-19, and they still wouldn't test him. So,
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
That's
sad.
crazy.
That's really sad.
and
Yeah.
and part of it is almost a political thing. If you don't have a confirmed case because you didn't test the person, then that's one less number that goes up there. So
Yeah.
Kind of wondering how many people that actually had it don't count.
Exactly.
Don't get
Yeah.
counted.
Yep.
It's
Exactly.
crazy. X, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Joe Bob, thanks for the follow as well earlier. And Kaiju, thank you for the follow. So moving on. Real quick.
I got another follow.
that was me.
I
I realized I wasn't already following. I'm a fool.
Following that.
So SpaceX successfully tests the Falcon 9 static test. Basically, that is the largest rocket ever made. It's the rocket that's possibly going to get us to Mars. So
you
they had a
volunteering?
successful static test. And it does mark
Is that a
the
no?
100th
She's waiting for that answer.
100 second stage engine test that SpaceX has built, or 100th engine, whatever. I can't.
So are you
speak.
volunteering to go?
I'll 100% go to Mars.
Just make sure you put that on paper.
Yeah. Also, another
Sign
news:
it over, baby.
Hubble telescope
Sign it
turned
on your
30.
insurance Papers.
All right, Hubble telescope turned 30. Some great photos. I've always been a huge fan of Hubble telescope, and their pictures that come, or the pictures that come from that telescope. They've helped us discover things.
Now, a lot of people actually say that those are fake photos.
Man, those
You got
are
the
not
conspiracy
fake.
theories out there saying that those are doctored, they're fake.
Oh
They're,
my god.
they're saying that
You know?
because Hubble telescope is the only satellite that has corrective glasses on.
Hmm.
Bet y'all didn't know that.
Yes.
Did y'all?
No, I
Yes.
did know that.
Yeah,
So they
we've talked about
actually,
this.
when they designed the Hubble telescope, they did
They
not
messed up
take
the
into
mirror.
account the fact that, yeah, the mirror, because they didn't take into account that space is a vacuum. And
Yeah.
so they tested it in a non-vacuum, and then they threw it up into space, and everything was distorted. And they're like, "Oh crap, we need to go put a lens on this thing so that it works." So yeah, they
Well-
basically gave it glasses.
They give it bifocals.
The story I was told was the mirror was imperfection. It was imperfect. It wasn't absolutely perfect because they were so worried about the rest of the telescope failing that they made sure they didn't double check or triple check the mirror. And so when they launched it, they realized the mirror had an imperfection, and so they had to put basically bifocals to correct the refraction to the mirror to send the clarity of the images. The images they were getting were there, they were just blurry, and they couldn't see them.
That's interesting.
Yeah, the engineers were so worried about the rest of the telescope, they didn't check the mirror. So, it's
Nailed
wild.
it.
That's
It's
bad
a wild
quality
story.
control right there.
But like
Yeah.
the lead engineer was like on vacation in Europe, and he's like, he got a call, and they're like, there's something wrong with the telescope, and he's like, you got to be kidding me. There's nothing wrong. It's perfect. And there's like, go down to the lobby, grab the newspaper, and it was like headline newspaper that the telescope was broke. Because
Well,
they
if
spent
Elon's
so much
everything
money.
They say he is. That guy's fired.
So
He
the
no longer works for Tesla.
the instrument that they installed on
SpaceX, he's done.
the instrument that they installed on Hubble to correct it was called the Corrective Optic Space Telescope Axial Replacement, or
You Googled
COSTAR.
that.
Co-star.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at an article right now from.
No way you
from
pulled that out of
NASA.
your ass. You Googled it.
It was about the size
Hey,
of a telephone
That
booth.
came out of the
Yeah.
glass.
It's true though. It's very true.
Yeah.
And one of the crazy parts is that I think it was a set of female astronauts that installed it.
You sound surprised.
So no, it was cool because it was like
I'm just messing with you.
it was one of the first things that female astronauts got to do, and so it made a big thing.
We had
for
to fix
NASA.
a man's mess.
Yeah, there you go. That happens every day.
There you go.
Where did it go?
Right.
Wait.
What else is new?
Golly.
So-
Well, I mean, we are who we are. We
Is
do
it
what we
true? Is it true what they ever said? X? He said
got
that he got fired?
do. Who got fired?
Like how,
Who got fired?
just like
Are
how
you
we
saying-
Photoshop our portraits, he got fired.
Tesla got fired? Mr. Tesla himself?
What are you
No,
talking
no, not
about?
Elon Musk.
No.
We're talking about NASA, Hubble.
Oh, Hubble guy.
Oh,
NASA.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard Mark say something about Tesla earlier, and then I was like, wait. And then he said he got fired.
I meant to say SpaceX.
Yeah.
I corrected
All right.
myself there. So,
All right,
tell me
so-
about the Dragon Crew. Does anyone know what makes up the Dragon Crew? What individuals?
So the test that they did was a static test. So basically, they just hold the rocket in place, fire the engines, and just let it burn the fuel out and just test the engine basically. So the rocket
So
didn't
the-
actually lift off.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it was just the first stage that they.
That's the article I
tested.
skipped.
That's the article you skipped.
I did. I skipped almost all of them. I just can't do it. There was so much information you wanted me to look at and research, and I have a job, so
It's true. There's a lot.
I didn't have
Um,
time.
Felt like
They
that
needed to
back in
do some
school.
TFS test plans, right, Gary?
Ooh.
Yeah.
There you go.
Speaking of that, your little boss is in the chat. So what's up, Mr. Martinez?
Martinez.
Mr. Martinez is
Mark
in.
is frozen because He just wants to be. He's been off and on
Pretty much.
frozen.
Yeah.
He freezes himself and then goes and gets water and comes back.
Then I come back.
Um,
I'll be back in a moment.
All right. Real quick. So moving on. So in games, we have cheating. Cheating happens a lot in games. It's in almost any game you can think of. It happens. It is what it is. In Destiny PvP, it's so bad that a lot of the hardcore Destiny players have quit playing the game. Most of my clan has quit playing the game.
I tried playing. I can't play that game.
Yeah. Well, you get motion sickness.
I tried for
like,
10 minutes and then I got nauseous.
Yeah.
So any
Wow.
first-person shooter games, I can't
Yep,
play
same
them.
here.
Me too.
Yeah.
It sucks because I mean the first 10 minutes of the game I was really into it. I really liked it. I was having fun, and then I couldn't play anymore.
Yeah.
So
So, but yeah, they say they're fixing things. Things don't get fixed. They keep saying they're fixing things. It's
I
just
think
got
they're
really bad.
trying. It's just
got really bad.
overwhelming, and everybody's still working from home. Nobody's really in the offices, and so having to QA a complaint or a concern of somebody cheating and then having to go back and look at the footage, you have to have a lot of people on hand to do that. You have to have, and you're at home. I mean, you can't imagine everybody has a badass setup at home, good internet at home,
Yeah.
where they can actually review every single complaint, every single, possible cheating issue. So I think manpower is a big thing right now, especially Bungie's trying to do his best with what's going on in Destiny, from what I've been reading. Hunters got screwed, but I'm just gonna throw that in there.
All right, I'm trying to fix the videos. They broke again.
Oh, that's
Oh no, dude! They were working.
Skype is
They
the
looked like they were
worst.
working, and then no.
They're working.
All right, here we go.
Oh, now Ian's frozen.
Yeah.
No, I'm frozen.
Oh.
I think Caroline's not. Okay, Caroline's not frozen.
No,
She just
Caroline's
wasn't
not.
moving. She just wasn't moving.
There we go.
I like Ian's picture. That's so good.
Yep.
My hands are going crazy.
You're fast.
I'm moving so fast, it's just a blur. You can't even
Yeah.
see me move.
Flash, Mr. Flash.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Do you want me to go
All
get
right,
your
I
coffee?
think we're good. I mean, if you want, do y'all want to do another 30 minutes on the show?
I'm wide awake now.
Yeah.
Or do you
I
gotta
might have to
off?
drop in a couple minutes, but
What?
I'll stay for a bit.
Okay.
Oh, come on,
All right.
sister.
These dogs are gonna start pooping, and I don't think you want to see that on the stream.
It's a different type of podcast.
You know, it's just run off. Your camera will
Yeah.
freeze anyway, so it's
Put it
not.
Oh my
behind
God.
you and then leave it in there. Put 'em in there.
Yeah, we'll ask Comcast or Skype to freeze it. Right here, Juan.
Oh, Juan's asking
Juan,
where
right
the
here.
drinks are.
Yeah.
Except
Uh,
I'm empty. I'm not.
He's
drinking.
empty.
Yes.
He's
Oh,
not drinking
as
it.
I was pouring another one. So
water.
right here.
Water.
So have
I
you been
was drinking
seeing
soda.
cheating
Bourbon.
in Call of Duty at all? Because I mean, we've seen it in Destiny too.
Oh my gosh, I
you know.
saw this video of somebody in Call of Duty just like they obviously had a name bot. The dude had like 43 kills in
No
one
way.
match, and so a streamer got killed by him and then just spectated the rest of the match. And this guy would literally just turn and pop, headshot, headshot. Like it was insane
Oh
how
man.
quick he was turning and just popping these people in the head.
I mean,
Just
That's what
it's
X
so
does.
bad.
X does that. So, Xavier, when he plays Call of Duty, he gets like 40 kills every game. So,
Nice.
that's insane.
all right.
Is he
we got
that
screen
good
tears.
or does he
Look at
cheat?
your picture now, Ian.
That's his mask. Secret identity.
Oh my god, dude. All right, maybe we'll ever get this to work one day.
Yeah, one day. Just keep trying.
All right, I think Caroline's frozen, so she can leave now. Mark's also frozen. I don't
still
think
frozen?
Ian is. No,
No,
Ian's not frozen.
No, he's not frozen.
nope,
Alright.
I'm not frozen.
So hey, are you
Good.
guys?
Look at Caroline.
Well, now Mark's frozen.
Oh yeah, Mark's frozen too.
Oh, great. There we go.
Caroline's face is so priceless. So they have cheats on Destiny that are like, they call them the Harry Potter cheats, and it's basically people flying around the map shooting people.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
insane.
I
I hate shit like that.
It's insane.
That's
I
not right.
remember back when like Halo 2, people would use glitches to get outside of the level and then snipe you, and they could see you no matter where you were in the level, and
Yeah.
they just pop your head, and, like that kind of stuff. Why are you playing a game if you're doing that? What is fun about that?
Yeah. Well, so they interviewed a guy for Destiny who was paying for these cheats because they're paid. You pay monthly. It's $100 a month for these
Holy
cheats,
shit.
They're
right?
capitalizing on it.
And so these guys are making money on it. But the guy that they interviewed that was using these bots, he was using wall hacks and aim bots. And he said the reason he cheats is because he's sick of Bungie, and he's sick of how they treat their people and how they're treating their gamers. Because he's been like apparently a Destiny gamer for 15 years or whatever, and since like D1, and they banned his account for a report that he was cheating. And he wasn't, and he rebutted it, and it was like, look, dude, I'm not cheating. I'll send you my PC. I don't have any cheats on there. I don't have anything. And so because of that, he was like, you know what? Whatever. They think I'm cheating. I'm going to go ahead and create another account, and I'll just cheat, and I'll cheat, and I'll cheat. And so he's got all these accounts created that he just cheats on. And so what he's doing now is he's buying these cheats, and then he's paying or charging people for him to carry you through events and stuff to get you weapons that you want. And so
That's-
So he didn't take the high road.
no, well then he went on this podcast and he's like, look, I'll give Bungie all the cheat files, I'll give them the software, I'll give them everything if they'll give me my account back. I just want my account. I want that account that I spent.
But he just kind of went about it the wrong
thousands of
way.
hours. He tried to rebuttal it, but Bungie was pretty much told him to go screw off.
Just find a new game.
wow.
But when you are like hardcore devoted to a game,
Been
and you
there, World of
spend
Warcraft. Yeah.
5,000 hours into it, and they
Okay.
just take it from you because of somebody said you were cheating or somebody said something. Or no,
Yeah.
his case, he wasn't cheating. He tweeted something and called one of the moderators, one of the Bungie moderators, an asshole or something. And because of that, Bungie was like, yanked, took his account.
So
That's
we're
so
just dealing
stupid.
with a bunch of children.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of children.
Yeah.
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 Well,
It's ridiculous. It is
sucks
what it
for
is.
him, but I mean, don't call somebody an asshole unless you're ready to, you know.
I mean, I
pay
forgot what
for
it was. It was like really inappropriate what he said. But he was like, fuck, I live in America. Freedom of speech. I can say what I want.
Yeah.
You know?
But they also have the freedom to ban you.
Yeah, and that's what they basically said. We have the right to refuse.
Right. I mean, you
Refuse.
just gotta
the
watch what you
product or
say,
whatever.
especially online, because when you put it online, it's on there forever.
Yeah. Yep. It's a fact.
You're
So,
not wrong.
Yeah.
And I'll go down saying that Rockstar Games has gone to shit and Red Dead Online is garbage.
Let's
Hey,
just
Mark,
call everybody
Mark.
out right now.
Show that sticker real quick on that phone. I want to screenshot it for my friend. Yes.
Living my highest life.
Yeah, there you go.
That's great. Awesome. I make things. He's also made this hat. This is his hat. I have an affiliate account with him.
Nice.
So, but yeah, I mean, cheating world is what it is. It sucks the way it is, but that's what it does.
But it's been around forever now. It's not the first time. It's not going to be the last time either.
No.
It's going to keep happening.
Yeah.
Hey, was that right side up or upside down?
No, it was
No,
right.
it's right.
Oh, that was
Okay.
perfect.
Okay, cool.
I
Alright,
just,
is this gonna work?
like, so I guess if you're trying to make a statement like he is, but obviously that's not the case for everybody that does it.
Yeah.
And what you're doing when you do that is you're ruining the game for everybody else.
Yeah.
So, and I can't imagine that like having an aimbot so that you just get 100 headshots and 40 kills a match is actually fun. Like, are you really enjoying just letting your computer do everything for you? You might as well
Okay,
just
so
you watch somebody who's good at the game at that point.
I'm not a gamer, but I'm going to play the devil's advocate here just to get some spark out of you guys. So
Let's
Uh-oh.
do this.
So let's do this. So okay, so I'm going. Speaking of cheaters, I'm going to bring up the New England Patriots. Okay,
Deflategate.
Oh my god.
I personally feel like that. Hell yeah, they cheated. They know they cheated, but it's not their job to say, "Oh, I cheated." It's the official's job to catch that. So you only, it's only bad when you get caught. I suppose. No different than, okay, so my freaking Tesla can do 162 miles an hour at top speed, and if I was to ever hit top speed and not get caught, oh well. But if I get caught, then I broke the law.
Right.
But I mean, I'm not going to run up to the local state police officer and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, I just did 162 miles an hour, from Houston up to Conroe." It's just not going to happen. So, what's the difference in someone who's gaming and they're cheating, and the gaming platform, whoever is supposed to be overseeing, the administrators, they're not catching it. So, what makes it what makes the person that's cheating, what makes that person wrong?
Right.
You can only get away with what they allow you to get away with. I mean, and if those that are on the platform that don't like it or know that someone's cheating, you have the option not to play the game.
Or you have the option to report it.
To report it, exactly.
Yeah, you see
So-
somebody doing it, you go ahead and report it. Or else you're just
Hey.
as guilty as they are because you just let them do it.
Because you just
Oh
let
yeah,
them do
for
it.
sure.
You know?
Oh, I report, like, I play Smite all the time, and if somebody's cheating at a match and doing some weird, like, lag switch type stuff, I'll report them after every match. I don't care.
I don't know, man. All I just heard from Scooby Snacks is that Tom Brady cheated, and
Deflategate.
nobody reported it.
Nobody reported
it.
Hey, it's not cheating unless you get caught.
That's the thing.
Thank
Well, so
you. Exactly.
I mean, it's
So
wrong in my eyes, but
your example, you said that if you get caught, then you broke the law, but you're breaking the law either way. You're breaking
Okay,
the rules either
you're
way,
breaking
right?
the law, but you don't go run and tell on yourself.
Right. Yeah. No. So I played water polo in high school, and one of the things that we would say is, like, if it's underwater and the officials can't see it, then it's illegal. Because the officials can really only see what's above water.
What's
So,
above
like,
water,
I mean,
right?
yeah. So if you're, like, kicking somebody or doing something underwater, like, one of the really big things to do was to, like, basically, on a fast break or something like that, if the ball goes to the other side of the pool, you kind of, like, stick your big toe in the other person's Speedo and kick off
oh
of them.
god.
And,
Oh no.
and potentially, if their Speedo isn't tied fully, you kind of rip their Speedo off of them. And
Ouch.
so now instead of swimming to the other end of the pool to defend, now they're sitting there screwing with their suit trying to get it back on so that they can catch up with you.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's a very
Yeah.
common move.
Hey, man.
Awesome.
Work
So,
with the gifts God gave you.
Mark, we
Yeah.
lost your video feed, by the way.
You lost my video feed.
Do y'all still see Mark?
I
Oh my
still see
gosh.
Mark on Skype,
Okay.
yeah, but
I see.
see-
Yeah.
I've been the one
I
drinking,
see.
not you.
I see
I know.
everybody.
and I keep
I'm
freezing.
just-
I'm
I'm just aggravated.
Oh, it's
Um,
for fun. Don't worry about it.
What's up, Johnny? Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow, JM37062.
What's
Thanks
good,
for the
boomers?
follow.
okay, Boomer.
Damn, I'm
Okay,
not that
boomer.
old.
This dude. Caroline's probably younger than you. All right.
Where's the tune from last week?
Oh, I know, right? We didn't have any music. I was fighting Skype, so I forgot to put on some music. But I got some music for you. Check it out right here.
Don't rickroll us. I swear to God, if you rickroll us.
I don't know if y'all can hear it. Can y'all?
Coronavirus.
I can't hear. Oh, are we
All right.
listening to coronavirus?
Carol Baskin.
Oh, that's the next one we
Baskin.
gotta put on there. Killed her husband, whacked him.
Oh
What
my
happened?
god.
Carol Baskin.
All right, what stream? I don't think that's coming
Ian,
across the
That
that's
other
a
song
kick
anyway, is
ass
it?
shirt, by the way.
Oh, thank you, man. I got
I
this
love that shirt.
when I saw Santana. Holy shit. Well, Gary's messing with everything.
I'm
Let me tell you a
breaking
story.
stuff.
So, I
You're
had
good at that.
fourth row tickets to go see Santana at Cynthia Woods when Ike hit Houston, and he had to cancel the show, and I was super upset. And he had stopped touring after that tour for years, and
Oh,
then
wow.
he came back and did rodeo here in Houston, and I was so excited to go see. That was easily the best rodeo concert I'd ever been to. It was amazing. So
Dude,
I love Santana.
oh yeah, he's a beast, man. The
Yeah,
way he plays is just unbelievable.
it's beautiful,
Alright,
man.
so that's
Beautiful.
coming through. Audio source.
He can make the guitar sing for sure.
Dude, you know he plays. It's someone else that plays. This guy, he's a bassist. His name is Victor Wooten.
I think it's
If you ever get a chance, Google YouTube Victor Wooten.
Oh,
Victor
it's all
Wooten.
coming
That
through
name
now.
is actually familiar. Why is
Dude,
it?
Victor Wooten
Hold on,
is
let me mute
he can
this.
play a bass guitar the same way Santana and make it sound like an electric guitar. I mean,
No
just
way. His name. Why is he familiar to me? Like that name is super familiar to me.
oh, he's been everywhere, brother. He's been all over the place.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, so I've got him up. I'll check this out later. But yeah, definitely interested.
Oh my gosh, if you want to hear a really good guitarist, the one you should look at is he did it's called the lesson. The lesson. It's a solo performance he did on EMG TV.
And this is Victor Wooten.
Yeah, Victor
All
Wooten.
right.
It's called The Lesson Solo Live on EMG TV.
Okay, I've got it up. I'll definitely check it out
Oh
after
my
this for
gosh,
sure.
man,
I've got the video ready.
he
It's
killed
locked and
it.
loaded, man.
Okay,
Alright.
you got. Let me know what you think about that one.
Chat,
All right, for
do
sure.
y'all hear music
I don't
No,
hear anything.
I don't hear anything.
on stream?
I hear my sister breathing. Just kidding.
I still don't have your video, Mark. Try stop your
Oh.
video, re-add it. I don't know.
Okay, let's see. All right,
I
let me
keep
stop it.
freezing. I know. Oh, there I go again.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I'm
how's
like
that?
good for a second and a half, and then it freezes. That's all right.
Weird. His video popped up for a second and then went away. Okay,
Mine?
now it's back.
Now
Yours
it's
is
back.
good.
Oh,
Everyone else is
yeah,
frozen.
yours is good. I'm frozen. Yeah, we're all frozen. That's fine. Just leave it. We'll be frozen. It's totally cool.
You just can't win.
Oh,
Nah.
Alright, so you can hear music now. Good. Alright. So this is what I was trying to play earlier that nobody heard. And y'all can't hear it on the call.
Nope, you're gonna have to narrate for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
Or
sing it
just
for us.
sing
Do
it,
some
yeah.
karaoke.
Sing it, yeah, sing it.
Hold on.
Damn.
I tried to log into my Twitch account. I can't even get into that.
What's this one? Can y'all hear it now?
I think you just lost everybody.
Alright. Alright, quit playing around. Did I lose y'all?
I'm still here.
Hello?
We're here.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
Cardi.
Cardi.
Um,
That's funny.
Alright, cool. So we'll put this music back on. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that was everything. We went over all the topics.
Yeah.
A lot of technical difficulties.
Yeah.
Progress.
Nah, dude, it was perfect. What are you talking about?
That's right.
So we're gonna definitely see if we can figure it out.
We'll fix it as we go.
I think I'm gonna try Discord next time. I don't know, but I like the NDI part. It just sucks that it's like you need business quality internet for it to work properly. I mean, it shouldn't matter. It's internal network, but I don't know. Well, we got the music back. No donations today, which is fine. A lot of followers. I appreciate all the follows. I really do. We're up to 9.
Nice.
What's
Sweet.
the
Yay.
requirement for affiliate?
50
So we just
50
need
followers.
50 more.
50
Come on,
more.
guys.
Yay.
50 more followers.
Oh, we can do it.
Yeah, we can.
It's only our
100%
second
do it.
show.
Yeah. It's our
Yeah,
second
I
show.
mean,
Our
dude,
first show on
11,
this channel.
like, I think you'll already have the average viewers too, which is
Yeah,
nice.
we're at
Yeah.
like 6 average viewers for the show.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're sitting at like 10 right now.
We do need, if you guys want to send us topics to talk about,
Yeah, if you guys have some topics you want to have on,
we gotta have a giveaway.
we are gonna be doing a giveaway.
Yes,
We
we
are
are.
gonna be doing a
Nice.
giveaway.
So where should we send the topics to? Who?
You can send it to me on Discord or text message, whatever.
Sweet.
And then I need to set up like the bot for the channel, the night bot, and everything,
Mhm.
Streamlabs bot. Get all that set up. This is fun. A lot of testing. I just gotta figure something out this
Were
night.
we drunk last time we did it because it ran a lot smoother?
And it felt like it was perfect last
I
time.
think we were too sober this time around. I think that's the problem.
To be fair, this is the first time we've had this many video feeds come in.
That's true.
So,
We need to upgrade the internet to business.
and I
Good luck
wanna-
with that.
We had it once.
Yeah, used to have it.
We used to have business.
I used to
before.
have web servers in my attic.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Next time we can just stream from X on campus.
Ooh.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's do it.
And what's crazy is I have everything hardline. So everything's hardline. Nothing's wireless. Everything's connected to.
It's
gig
because the
network.
kids are here.
Yeah. That's what it is.
I think
That's the
that's
difference.
everything up. Those meddling kids.
We had to kick them off off their computers earlier. Like,
They
"Get
were
off
mad
the
too. They were
computers."
playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
Wanted to keep playing Minecraft.
But man, it won't stay consistent for a decent amount of time.
Hey sister,
What's up?
I'm gonna ask you a funny question. Do you happen to know what my Twitch username is?
She does after today. It's on my.
I
Twitch,
should
it's
know.
On my,
I do not log on. This is
It
so
is
funny.
T
Now,
C.
Now
You
in my
dropped me a
car,
follow a while
I'm
back.
I'm logged into Twitch.
You're in?
Well, in my car.
In your car?
Well, yeah, because okay, laugh at me. But Tesla has Twitch built into its operating system.
Yeah.
What?
That's pretty cool.
It's-
No
Yeah.
shit.
It's
That's
That
pretty
is
dope.
That makes me want to get a Tesla.
I want a
now.
Tesla.
That is pretty
Wait,
dope.
I already
Yeah, I
bought a
mean that
Tesla.
just
Yeah,
reinforces
y'all are getting the
fact.
Cybertruck.
I
Yeah.
don't see it in my driveway.
That Cybertruck's on its way. Let's
It's
go.
not
Dude,
real.
yeah, I want the Cybertruck too.
It's
If
not
I had
real.
the
Dude, I
cash to
ordered
throw
it.
away on
I
it.
have
Said it's-
ordered it. I've already set up the plan.
She said
so
it's
when
not
ready-
real.
You know what? You're gonna get a little micro machine of the Tesla truck. Congratulations, this is what you paid for.
The 1/50th size.
That's what you're gonna get in the driveway, a little micro machine.
Oh my
It's
god.
not real.
I just don't know my username. I guess I could figure it out.
You know, we never got to talk about why Tesla stock tanked today.
Oh, let's talk about that
Yeah.
real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You wanna hear what
Let's
happened?
do stock talk
I
at the very end of
wanna
every
know.
show.
All right, so Tesla's stock price was at around a little over $800 per share,
Yep.
and Elon Musk, for God knows why, sent out a tweet that said that Tesla's stock price was too high,
Yep.
and so it tumbled.
What?
That is why it tumbled today, not because of
serious?
earnings. Not
Come
because of, like,
on.
Yeah, literally, that is what happened. Elon Musk went, the price is too high. And so people
Oh my
panicked,
gosh.
sold. They just started selling off stock like crazy. And that is why it tanked.
What the hell?
Yep.
Dude.
Yeah.
How much did it go down?
It was over 800.
It was over
there.
800. It's
like
like
7
701 now.
706.
Yeah, so
706,
almost $100 a share,
Jeez.
Yeah.
or over $100 a share. So
I'm sure somebody I know wants to go over there and take care of that guy for him.
Yeah, I know I did.
I think he just likes messing with people.
oh, he is
He
a
100% does.
meme lord.
Yeah.
He is a meme. Okay, let me.
You know, this tweet probably happened over like a bet. I bet you if I tweet this.
Oh yeah.
It
This'll
will affect
happen.
the stocks. Yeah, and that's just messed up to do that.
So
The
That's
other part
possible.
the part I'm wondering about is the was it the organization that manages like stocks or whatever,
Okay.
if they're gonna come after him.
the SEC,
SEC.
SEC?
Elon Musk
Yeah.
hates the SEC.
Yeah, they're not
Oh,
gonna
yes,
do
he
anything.
He's
does.
constantly
Yeah.
tweeting. The thing is, he's already stepped down as chairman of the board
Yeah,
for. They can't touch him. Like he's already done what they told him to do after he said that they were going to go private at 420. So like he is not in control of that company anymore
He's
for
the
it to
name.
matter. So the SEC cannot go after him.
Right.
That's
at this
true.
point.
He's just the name.
Yeah.
He's just Elon Musk.
So it's just his name is associated with the
Right.
company, and therefore, when he says something about it, like
What a
it still
jerk.
affects the price. But I mean,
Wow.
I have stock in Tesla.
honestly,
Don't do
I
that.
know exactly. Same here.
Jeez. That's the one stock that's going good for me right now is Tesla.
Yeah.
Well, it was.
so
not
it's
anymore.
down 80.6 or 10%, 10.3% today.
Thanks, Elon.
Yeah.
I gotta need some
I
muzzle.
mean,
That's what I needed to do today, lose some
the
money.
high was at 851 cents, and it dropped down to 701.32.
So who wants to hack into his Twitter and say the price is too low? Let's see what happens.
Right? Good.
Please.
Oh my god.
It's too cheap. Raise it up.
That's right.
Funding
Well,
secured.
Well, on that note, thanks for coming to watch, and every Friday,
9 p.m.
bring your drinks. It can be water.
It can be water.
It can be water.
It
It can be water.
That's
Mine will
right,
be
sister.
water.
Right, ours will be water. Ian has his water.
I do have my water.
Yep.
So I guess we'll be meeting at 8:30 so we can work through the bugs.
Yeah. We'll
Maybe
try
we need to
7.
meet a little bit earlier because we didn't start going until 9:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 8 o'clock.
Make sure everything's good and tested.
Yep.
So every Friday. So I'll set that in my phone so I won't go to sleep. Dude, the Moscow Mule put me out today. I had 2 of them.
Oh,
Oh
man.
man.
So good, man.
I love
you know-
Moscow Mules.
Depends on, see, if you go out and you get a Moscow Mule, chances are they're only going to give you 1 shot. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a small little, but when you're at home,
You make it however you want.
that 1 shot can just accidentally fall in twice.
Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
I'm telling you, Moscow Mules, the ones I make at home are always better than what I get at a bar. And I've had
Seriously, man.
like bars, they first of all, they overcharge. I mean, it's ginger beer, vodka, lime
Right.
juice, and mint. And I've had it be like $10 before, and I'm like, so how much just for the ginger beer and how much for a shot of vodka? I'll make the drink. Just hey,
Make it
can you mind
myself
if I
at the
grab a
table.
couple of limes from you?
Just make it yourself. Jeez.
For real.
Yeah.
No, but then I had one bar. They made it with ginger ale, and I don't know if you've ever tried to do that, but like basically the vodka just overpowers the ginger ale completely, and you get this nasty vodka kind of gingery flavored drink instead of a Moscow Mule. You have to have ginger beer. It only
Yeah, I
works
use
with
Yeah.
ginger beer.
Huh.
Yeah. And so like
Yep.
I never get them when I go out because they're always disappointing.
Well, I'm going to be ketoing in about 2.5 months from
Well-
now, so I won't be drinking anything.
Scooby Snacks can make some really good Moscow Mules.
It's my
Yeah.
specialty.
We have some good ones at the house every now and then, so
I'm going to keto.
we'll have to.
That's going to be a topic for us, by the
We'll
way.
have to do
keto.
a
Keto,
show.
I mean, it can be keto.
We need to do a show. Everybody here in the backyard.
The Rona.
But after the Rona. After
We don't
the
know
Rona,
when it's
though,
gonna be over.
Oh,
we'll be going
Speaking
to
of-
Martin's.
Yeah, y'all can come over after the Rona.
Speaking of,
Or everybody's got to wear masks.
restaurants are
Right.
open.
Yeah, restaurants are open. I don't know why.
Twins.
Well,
Are
you
you
red
serious?
shirts can go out there and
Yeah.
get sick. I'm
No.
gonna stay back and let the red shirts.
We drove by a restaurant today, and the patio was just packed.
Packed. Every
Packed
restaurant is open.
What?
Retail stores are open. Malls, movie theaters are open. Which I'm like,
What?
how are you gonna do your 6 foot of distance there? You're sitting next to people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Movie
they're all
theaters
open.
are open.
Yeah, according to Governor Abbott, they're all open as of today.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Let's not make
we're-
this political because I don't need to rant right now.
No, we're staying home. We're not even though it's our wedding anniversary this weekend. We're staying home.
I
Yeah.
don't
We're not
blame
going
you
out.
guys, and happy anniversary, by the way.
Thank
too.
you.
Awesome, thank you.
Yeah.
Was
Those
it like
roses were super pretty.
15
Yeah, they're
years.
gorgeous.
15 years. What do you got in?
17.
17.
17 years.
Damn.
Nice.
Nice.
All
Congrats.
right. Awesome. Congrats
Awesome.
to you guys.
Surprise, I haven't killed you yet.
I think I've been killed like 3 times.
In video games, yes, and
No,
it feels
like-
great, but
Suffocated,
no,
pillow,
you have not.
woke up,
Ian,
like, what the hell?
So check this, Ian. One day, so Gary had this. He volunteered to drive everybody to lunch, and I sat up front. And I have like a short torso, but my legs are about 4 feet long. so I would always lift the seat up, and then I did it a couple of days in a row, and then finally Gary said, "Hey, Mark, I was told to give you a message." And I was like, "What?" He said, "Tammy said stop fucking with her seat."
Yeah.
It's true. Every time I could barely get in the Explorer, I was like, damn, who the hell's sitting here?
She said, she said, nobody needs to sit that damn high enough.
Yeah.
But my torso is like this. And my legs are just extremely long. So I feel like the dash is here when I'm sitting
Right.
in the car. So I lift it up. So now when we get into Gary's truck and someone sits up front and it's not me, I always tell them, please don't fuck with that
Don't
seat.
fuck with the seat.
'Cause I don't want Tammy to think it's me.
All right, these puppies are starting to get restless, so I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah.
All right.
So am I.
Thanks
Yeah,
for coming.
man. I appreciate
Alright.
y'all.
Bye,
Thank you
sister.
very
Bye.
much.
For sure.
See you.
Thank everybody for coming and watching and saying hi. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see y'all back next Friday.
Next Friday, 9
Be here.
p.m.
Next Friday it is, guys.
Next Friday.
See you guys.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
I'll see you guys later.